Hi everybody. I'm sorry I cannot be here today, and at this time I should be on the airplane to China, and I have made this video so that you can understand the data itself more accurately by my work. So my job is to find more information about the tables of the from the Department of Social Services and the Virginia Community College System. These two agencies is a part of government in Virginia, and the Department of Social Service is a general department that providing some kind of social service, like help the people to find job, help the poor people to find some food, give some financial aid, something like that. And the Virginia Community College System is a education system that helps the Virginia community peoples to get more training, professional training, or learn some new stuff things when they graduate from a school. So I think this data dictionary tells about something about the view. The view is that a kind of things in the relational database. You can just assume it like a fixed program that help you to do some query in a specific database. So if you take the data warehouse, this is generally I think it's not a very good method to solve part of the problem for the data in an organization without using a new database, a new data warehouse. So the Virginia Community College System only has one views. It's WIA participates, and the explanation about this view actually is same as table. It's try to describe the every specific people, every specific people in their system, their job, their work, something information, some personal information about that. And for the Department of Social Service, it's a little bit complex. The views here gives us three main programs they provided for the people. So the first one is Snipe, and the second one is TNF, and the last one is View. So let's first go to the programs. What the programs like for these three? SNAP is the Supplemental Neutron Assistant Program. It's just something that when people in a really bad situation, and our government need to make sure they will not feel hard to find food. So this program has established for this reason. And the second is the temporary assistance for needy families. And for needy families, in most cases in this program is financial problems, like maybe the parents lose their job in the same time, like the some disaster happened in their house, like maybe there are some disabilities happen, some emergency cases, and this program is trying to help the families to to get back to a normal life. Maybe they can provide some training. They can introduce this family to some job and something else. And also the VIL, the Virginia Initiative for Employment, not Welfare. Uh, it's also a program that helps the families in the TANF, in the temporary assistance for needy families to achieve independence through employment. So I think these two, the VIL and the TANF, is almost similar, and I think you can think the VIL as a subset for the TANF. And there are some views will describe the people, the job, the program itself in different angle, so that we can use these views to extract some information for our further analysis. So let's go through to the Virginia Community College System view. This is the only one view they provide. And actually, the abbreviation for the Workforce Investment Act is an act for the for American people, for United States citizens to get job training and achieve a higher salary or a better job. So actually, this is the biggest table, biggest view I have researched in these stuffs. So generally speaking, they just contain some of the information about a specific person. But I think it's for the privacy. I did not find a specific number or identification that can trace these specific people from different agencies. So generally speaking, we can use this data to find a distribution or some generally things, and maybe we can do a further analysis if we could have the identification for a specific person in different system. So there are lots of terms, and I have tried to put my explanation, especially for some abbreviation, and what these things is and what they are want to do. And you can find it in the braces like this. And also some of them I still wondering what it is. So in this column, actually this is my comments column. If you think it's really need to know what's happening for every column in this view, you can trace the A column about my questions. I mean, maybe you can ask the people in the government. Maybe they can make a better explanation. So actually, this table contains lots of information, and something may be related to the employment directly, like these tables. And they also give us different time, so that maybe we can use a more specific statistical model instead of just put the indicator employed or not. And also there are some information duplicated with the other views, I think, like this one. it also gives us the information if this family, if this person's family has received some assistance from the government, and some are like single parent or something. But generally speaking, I think this table, I mean this view, just trying to figure out what the situation for a specific person when they registered in a community college. And actually, yeah, there is a indicator that can tell us if this person is a GED person. So maybe we can use this and the employment information to do some analysis. But actually, some of the special cases like the if this guy is a Vertin, this is not for Vertin itself, but there is some information out here. Here is a Vertin, and so we need to do some example work. Example means the combine different model for different cases. Like we cannot treat disability people with and non-disability people in the same model. I mean, we cannot acquire them to have the same average salary or something. So I think there are lots of information we can extract from this form. But as this form only contains the people who attended a community education system, so it might be cover all people. But for the people specific here, I think just single use this view, we can extract lots of information. So generally speaking, that's all about this view. And if you guys have further information, you can email me. And even it's hard to write, we can set up a meeting or something so that we can discuss about it. So let's go back to Department of Social Services. We go back to this table, the view of employment by year first. So actually, I think this view, this table, the every row for this table, or we'll say the attributes, is about the job, the position itself. But I didn't find any information to identify which customer it is in this view. So let's first go there. And actually, the most information in this view is about the job itself. So I don't know how to relate the job to a specific person in other views. So if you guys can ask the government people, maybe we can use this information, the employee information, to do further analysis instead of just indicate employee or not. And actually, there is an alternative method, alternative solution. Use the FIPS code is something that using in the federal government to understand where it happens, and I mean understand the specific location. But I don't know if this information will direct us to a specific person that equal to a specific man. Because maybe, like we'll say, maybe this data only tells me that this employment, this record happens in Crystal City, but there are so many people living there, so it's hard to distinguish who was hired in this job. And other things is about the information about the job and these things may be not directly related to the GED, but also but I think this information can show what kind of employment it is. Like maybe we can use the wage to classify different level of job, and also the time. Maybe we can use that to measure is this kind of job is required in hurry, and how it is will happen in the job market. And also we can use the calendar year to trace the general economics in the whole this area or even in the whole nation. Okay, the next one is also about the view. The view is the Virginia Intuitive for Employment Not Verifier. It's something that help the people to find their job to achieve independence. So in this table, because it's describing something about the customer, there is a identification number, and I'm pretty sure this identification number should be identical in the other customer views. So maybe we can use the identification number to connect these tables and try to find their employment states or something. But for our project, I think we can use this number to find the education they earned in the social service agency, and also we can use this number to find some personal information like what's the race, what's the region, something like that. So in here, because this is a table that describing the customer in the view program, so there's some related information about the view, which I'm not sure if it will be useful in our problem. So similarly, we also have 10th customer information. This table is almost the same with the view customer information. So by identifying a specific person, we can find some information about the family, about the like the what specific program they attend, where they live, something like that. And also there is a customers table by the SNAP. SNAP is also a program that helps the poor people, but more directly, this is for the food, I think. So maybe we can use this different situation to inference if this person is in a bad situation. And the last one is generally customer information, because when people register account in the DSS, the Department of Social Services, they may choose different program and they may choose multiple programs. So in this table, I think it's the most completed data in the Department of Social Services. And there are lots of information and we can use to separate people into different situations. And also we can relate this table to the other customers table by the identification number, I think. But actually, I didn't remember I see identification number here. But actually, there's some case indicator for different program. So I think the case number should be the keys for the other programs table for I mean every one person register in a specific program, they should have a specific case number, case indicator. So so I think this is the most important view in the Department of Social Services data. And there is also a view component by year. I think this table is trying to describe the specific program for view, so that we can use this table to understand what's like the time, what's the training happen, or something else. But I think it's not very important for our program, for our project. And I'll think, yeah, I'll tackle all things. And actually, in this time, I think if we can find something about these views, how these views come, and how to relate this view, I mean, we need to understand the data they provide to us, and we need to make some relation between the different tables to find the information we need. So generally speaking, I think I have understand this field of views. And also I found maybe in our team, we need a person to understand the social services in the America, in the Virginia, deeper than us, because there are lots of terminology and there are lots of things related to law, related to some kind of social science stuff. And we most of us are background for science, for nature science. So sometimes I find it's kind of hard for us to understand the inner relationship between these political things. So I suggest if we can find someone understand this stuff, it will be very, very helpful for us to give out a better result. And also, I think for the external data, I think at this time, for my data set, I think we need to find some data that can describe the general situation for the economics in a specific time. Because I didn't see the data, but we see some columns like these columns. The date is a little bit the date is almost the same date, so via data is something like a snapshot that we just like take a picture for this data set. So maybe there something has been missed. I mean, some historical information has been replaced by new information, so that maybe we need to because we need to compare the difference between the people attend GED or they attend the high school. So we need a long-term analysis. But in this table, in this data set, I'm not sure if we can trace a historical stuff by a specific person. If we cannot do that, maybe we can use the historical data from an external data source, I mean not in this database, to make some estimation, to make some inference. But the best solution is to find the data itself. But as far as I can see, actually there might be not a real, I mean, not a physical data warehouse for Virginia government to store this kind of data. So it's more like some complex query program just extract a snapshot from their operational database. But even use such a simple data set, we still can do lots of things, and especially if we can have some suitable public data, external data. Okay, that's all, and this file has been put in the Google Drive. I hope if you have any questions, you can contact me. If you are interested in some specific columns, you can go into this table. I have put different views into different sheets so that you can change it easily. And also for some terminologies, I have do some explanation, and I also give you a reference so that you can check what it is. And if you have further questions, you can also go to the URL to find more information. Okay, and also every guys can contact me. Uh, Although I'm not physically in DC and work with you, because I want to balance my parents and this project. So you can contact me via WeChat, via Skype, via email, and also you can ask me question. We can discuss via the internet. Okay, thank you guys. Have a great summer.